The bus groaned to a halt. Its doors hissed open. A sigh. I stepped onto the cracked sidewalk. The city was a giant. It sprawled in every direction. Buildings pierced the gray sky. They were impossibly tall, like silent gods. I felt so small beneath them, a tiny speck in a vast machine. My old VHS camera was clutched tight, its familiar weight, a small anchor, in this overwhelming new place. The air hummed with a strange energy. A million unheard conversations, a million untold stories. Cars honked, a constant impatient chorus. People rushed past me, faces I didn't know, each lost in their own world, their own hurry. I was an outsider, a ghost with a camera, trying to find my footing here. This place felt like it could swallow you whole, if you let it. My camera. It was always with me, an extension of my eye, my memory. I lifted it now, pointed it towards the skyline, the lens focused, words softly, recording, always recording. Morning light, weak, filtered through the grimy window. A new day. The city was already awake. Its heartbeat throbbed outside. I grabbed the camera, checked the battery, fresh tape loaded. Its lens, my true eye, ready to see what others missed, ready to explore the concrete veins, the hidden corners. The city waited for no one, so I moved. I walked the streets for hours, lost in the labyrinth, so many faces, young, old, happy, sad. Each one a mystery, a fleeting glimpse. I tried to be invisible, a shadow on the wall, observing, documenting. The camera felt natural in my hands, a shield and a window. It saw everything. It remembered everything, even the smallest details. That mattered. The sounds were a symphony of chaos. Car horns blared, a distant siren wailed. Music drifted from an open window. Laughter echoed from an alley. The city's voice, loud. I found a small, crowded cafe. The smell of coffee was strong, inviting. I needed a break, needed to sit, to process everything. I found a seat by the window, watched the endless river of people flow past. My camera rested on the table, still on, its little red light glowing, a silent sentinel, always watching, always ready for the next scene. A voice, cool camera. I looked up, surprised. Someone was talking to me, a young woman. She smiled, pointed at the VHS camcorder. You don't see those much anymore. Her eyes were curious, friendly. I nodded, explained it was an old habit. She seemed to understand, or at least she was interested. It was a welcome change. We started talking about old movies, about the strange beauty of the city, about nothing important really. But it was easy, comfortable. Soon her friends joined, a small group. They insisted I join them for food. You have to try this place, one said, leading the way down a narrow street to a stall, brightly lit, sizzling sounds. Amazing smells filled the air. My stomach growled in agreement. Street food, the real taste of the city, not the tourist traps. This felt authentic. This felt real. I was eager. We ate standing on the corner, under the flickering neon lights. The city buzzed around us. The food was incredible, spicy, savory, full of flavors I'd never known. Each bite was an explosion, a discovery. We passed containers around, sharing, laughing. The simple act of eating together, it created a bond, a shared experience, a memory being made. The camera, of course, kept rolling. I propped it on a nearby ledge, capturing their faces, lit by the stall's glow, their smiles. Section 5, Nightfall, Return to Solitude. The evening ended. We said our goodbyes with vague promises to meet again. Call us, they said. Maybe I would, maybe not. The city night was cool now, quieter in these back streets. I walked back towards my hotel. The earlier warmth lingered, but the solitude was returning, creeping back in as the distance grew. The city reverted. My hotel room was silent, stark, a sharp contrast to the lively street corner, to the laughter, the shared stories. The quiet pressed in, emphasizing my aloneness again. It wasn't a bad feeling, just a familiar one. The life of an observer, always slightly apart, even when surrounded by people. The camera was my true companion. I plugged the camera into the small TV, rewound the tape, and watched some of the day's footage. Their faces smiled back at me. The vibrant food stall, the city lights blurring past. A small smile touched my own lips. It was a good day. Section 6. Awakening. The world shatters. A sound, deep, resonating. It vibrated through the floor, through the bed, and woke me instantly. My heart hammered against my ribs. What was that? Not thunder, too rhythmic, too powerful. It came again, closer this time, louder. The building seemed to groan, as if in pain. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through my sleepiness. The room shook violently. Pictures fell from the wall. Glass shattered somewhere nearby. Car alarms shrieked in the street below, a chorus of terror. Then came the screams. Human screams. Piercing. Desperate. So many of them. The sound chilled me to the bone. This was not normal. This was not a drill. This was something terrible. Happening now. I scrambled for the camera. Section 7. Monolith. Witness to the unthinkable. I had to get out. The hallway was chaos. People running, crying, pushing past each other. Blind panic in their eyes. The hotel was groaning. Dust rained down from the ceiling. Cracks snaked across the walls. The emergency lights flickered, casting long, dancing shadows. It felt like the building could collapse at any moment. My camera was rolling. I finally made it to the street. The air was thick with dust and the smell of burning. Carnage everywhere. Cars were overturned, smashed like toys. Buildings were torn open, exposing their insides like grotesque wounds. It looked like a war zone, but no war I knew could do this. This was something else. Something unnatural, something ancient. Then I saw it. My blood ran cold. A colossal shape, a silhouette against the raging fires. Taller than the tallest skyscrapers. It moved, slowly, deliberately, each movement causing more destruction, more screams. Section 8. Carnage, documenting the inferno. Debris rained down around me. Chunks of concrete, twisted metal, glass shards. The air was gritty, choking me. I coughed. My eyes burned, but I kept the camera pointed, kept filming. Someone had to document this. Someone had to show the world what happened here. The sheer terror, the unbelievable reality of this night. The monster moved with terrifying purpose. Each step was like an explosion. The ground buckled and split. It let out a roar, a sound that wasn't from this earth. A sound that promised only pain and oblivion. It echoed through the ruined city, a death knell for us all. I saw its form more clearly now. Dark, textured, limbs like ancient trees, smashing, tearing. It showed no mercy, no hesitation, just relentless destruction. Buildings crumbled like sandcastles. Cars were swatted aside. Section 9. The final frame. The blue light and the lost tape. It turned, its massive head slowly scanning the devastated street. I froze, pressed myself flatter against the bus, praying it wouldn't see me, praying I was too small, too insignificant. My heart pounded like a drum, so loud I was sure it could hear. The camera was still recording. The little red light, a beacon in the darkness, a betrayer. Its eyes, if they were eyes, huge, dark, reflecting the fires. They swept across my hiding place and stopped. It saw me, or it saw the camera. That small, persistent red light. Recording, always recording. It knew it was being watched, documented. Its terrible work preserved. For a moment, everything went still, silent. Except my breathing, it leaned closer. The ground beneath me cracked, shifted. Its shadow fell over me, complete darkness. Its breath washed over me, hot, rancid, like an open grave. Then its mouth opened, a vast, dark cavern lined with things I couldn't comprehend. And deep inside, a light, a strange, ethereal glow. It started to grow, pulsating, a blue light.